Howdy, y'all.
Welcome to Swafford Homestead.
We decided to sit on the porch and watch the clouds roll in.
Well, it's Monday. That means it's a rain day.
This is Sunday, but yeah, it's
Well, it's supposed to rain on Monday.
yeah.
Sunday, we sit out here, we watch the clouds roll in for the rain on Monday.
According to the prediction of weather, I won't say which one I watched, but they're saying we're going to get rain starting about daylight in the morning and up into the day. Then we're going to get rain again on Tuesday morning, early in the morning and up into the day. So we're back on our regular rain schedule apparently. We got 4 days of sunlight last week. I was just amazed. I didn't know what to do.
About to catch up all the mowing. The weed eating.
Weed eating's,
And just trying to get the garden tilled where the weeds are growing up is...
The garden's being took over with grass. You can't walk in part of it. It's still wet. It rained. What day was it?
2 or 3 days last week.
When yesterday was Friday night.
Yeah.
Rained 2 inches.
Yeah.
It was dry yesterday. Dry today. It sprinkled a little bit, but basically it's dry yesterday, but dry today. But
Still water all standing in the
2
yard.
inches of rain, the garden's mud.
Where we was mowing, there was still a water puddle.
Yeah, we mowed through water puddles. You got no choice. The grass has got to be cut. It's getting out of control. I've lost the weed eating. It's going to take it several evenings after work to get that done.
You can't spray the weeds either because it's not dry long enough for the weed killer to kill the weeds.
It'll just wash it out as much water we get. It won't ever kill it. It'll knock it down, but it'll come right back. Before it ever gets into the roots good, it's washed out.
You normally spray out there at the school as part of your mowing, and
Yeah,
it's not been dry enough to even kill the weeds out there. You've had to start weed eating out there.
I think I put 45 gallons down. You can barely tell sprayed. It's rained so hard and so long that it kind of flushes it back out. But anyway, yeah, we're still getting lots of rain. We're over 30 inches of rain in 5 months.
I don't know what that was, but I didn't want it on me. I don't know where it went.
It just wanted to look at you, I guess.
It didn't look friendly.
And something we hadn't talked about in the video, we got us a new toy this year. We bought an air conditioner.
Yeah.
We bought a mini split.
Yep.
We bought a Mr. Cool mini split, and it's running right now, and you can't hear it.
I
it's
love
the greatest thing.
I love it. We can do videos in the house and not have to turn the air conditioner off now.
You can't hear it run. And it keeps the house cool, well, for the most part. We still got to figure out how to make it circulate into all the rooms before we get another one. But we're going to get a second one. We just got to pay off the first one.
Well, we're doing them in rotation, still trying to sink all the money in at one time. Because we also have to redo the roof this summer, so we got a lot of expenses this year. We decided to get one now.
Pay it off.
And then fix the roof. And then come back.
We can pay it off pretty quick. We just can't do it one lump sum. It takes a few months to get all of it paid off. But
Yeah.
you're doing it really quick. And it's easier that way. Easier than trying to make a whole lot of payments.
Yeah.
But anyway, we didn't make a video about it because I took 2 or 3 evenings. I'd come home from work, I'd run outside and I'd do part of it. Of course it would rain. The next evening I'd come out and try to get some stuff done. The next morning it would rain. So it took me at least 3 or 4 evenings to get it all hooked up.
We still got to get
I
more
still
of
ain't
it
got it all
finished.
done, but I got it running. I just didn't get it covered. But anyway, that was one of the things we hadn't talked about in the video. We talked about getting it. We never did. We hadn't showed it because we ain't done with it. I didn't video myself putting it in, so all I can do is just show the results. But let's talk
We
about
were
the
in a
seeds.
hurry to get that finished between the rain, so there wasn't time to no video.
It was still cold out midnight, so yeah, we wanted to try the heat on it. I wanted to get it in, get the heat going on it, and see how efficient it was. And very efficient.
I'm very pleased with it.
Let's talk about the seeds.
We have decided this year we needed to save a lot more seeds than we have in the last few years because some seeds you just can't find. Our son's home.
There we go. Anyway. But anyway, we was talking about we were gonna talk about seeds. I went to the local hardware store. I go in and out of the hardware stores pretty often in my job. We ain't got but two in the county, so it's a kind of a gamble if you're gonna get what you really need, because both of them's one of them out here is the family owned one, and the other one is an ace in the opposite end of the county. Sorry. But I went out and I noticed they had their plants out. They have a Mennonite family that raises plants, trees, bushes, vines, garden plants. I noticed they had the garden plants out, so I went out and checked them out. We have a garden group at church. I wanted to take pictures and let people know that, the plants was out and what they cost. I shopped too long. I was needing to plant watermelon and cantaloupe, and I got a little bit behind. And when I went down through the plants, checking them all out, that was the first two things I found was the Hill's Best cantaloupe and Sugar Baby watermelons. I had the cantaloupe seed, but I didn't have no Sugar Baby watermelon seed. And they was 4 plants for $2. I thought, I don't want to order seeds. You can't find them around here. Not something like a Sugar Baby. So I bought plants. I saved myself from ordering seed and paying shipping or driving to the next county over to get to a Walmart or a TSC. So I called the video, I cheated, I bought plants.
You cheated. For Brett, that's cheating.
That's cheating. I normally grow all of mine. I might pick up something here and there, but that's the most I've bought in a long time. I bought 16 plants,
Yeah.
I spent a whole $8.
Yeah, I mean, for Brett, that's cheating. But every once in a while you'll pick up a plant if you
I'll pick up $1 or two, but not usually 16 plants.
If you pick up a plant, it's because you just want an extra one, and maybe the seeds didn't come up like you wanted them to.
Or they marked them half off.
Or they marked them half off. And okay, I could use another one of those. But to go and buy the plant so that you didn't have to plant the seed,
we didn't done that.
you don't. Yeah, it's been a long time since you went and bought
it saved
an
a lot of
item.
work. Saved a lot of time planting. Saved a lot of money if I had to order it or drive out of town to get it. Which brought us to the other thing. I decided I want to plant pumpkins this year, sugar pumpkins.
I want pumpkin bread.
We're out of our canned pumpkins.
And I can't have no pumpkin bread.
So I said, let's plant the sugar pie or the sweet pie or sweet sugar pie, whatever. Every brand's a little different. Let's plant some sweet pumpkins, pie pumpkins. There ain't a place I found in this county that has pie pumpkin seed or plants. They had jack-o'-lantern plants, and they also the Bonnie plants. They're high to me, or they can be, depending on what you buy. They had seeds several places, but they'd have 1 or 2 packs and it'd be jack-o'-lantern seeds. Bonnie had jack-o'-lantern plants. The Mennonite woman out here had some other pumpkin seeds planted, or other pumpkin plants, but they wasn't sugar pie. They was somewhere in the middle of somewhere around a jack-o'-lantern. I forgot what they called them, but I got on the hunt for it, and my son finally picked up some for me. He was out of the county the other day and went by a Walmart. We don't have a Walmart here. We don't have anything like that. He went to Walmart and picked me up some seeds. I told him to get a pack of each. They had 2 different brands. And if you want to know how many seeds is in it, the Burpee one had 25, and something more is, whatever the other one is, had 15 seeds. But yeah, it was a good thing I got 2 packs of seeds. It's a bird or something laying in the tree. But anyway,
Sounds like
it's
they're
getting dark
fighting.
out here quick. Yeah. We hadn't even talked about that much on the video, but I ain't talked about the pumpkin seeds. We did decide to put all of our garden out. We've been all out for over a week now. Most people around here ain't started the garden, but a few of us has. A lot of people just now breaking dirt because they're used to getting cold weather up to now. And it's been warm and muggy most nights. Decided 2 or 3 weeks ago it was time. Just put it all out and right out the weather because it looked like it was going to be warm, and it has. It was a good decision.
Well, we also have to get it done between the rainfall.
Yeah, we had lots and lots of rain. I've had to plant when the dirt was really too wet to till and really too wet to dig in, but it's worked out. I mean, stuff's growing. I'm afraid the ground's compacted pretty hard before I planted it in wet soil, but I was trying to get everything out in between the rains because it's still raining. We don't know how long this rainy season's going to last because it's different than everything we've had before. Unique weather.
Yeah.
Let's just hope the good Lord saves some of that for July and August and September. We need some rain in them hot months. Most people stop gardening around here by August because everything starts burning up. It's so hot and so miserable. Plants just don't make it unless you have some way of really putting the water to them, which we use drip line. It saves them. Most time you'll keep majority of your plants. Some of them just can't stand it, but heirlooms and stuff a lot of times can't take the heat. But you get a good hybrid plant, pick out a good heat tolerant plant, and you can keep a garden going. Oh, I know, the birds has got you. There's birds floating around the trees we got in the front yard. We have
Sounds like they're fighting.
hazelnut trees and privy hedges, and they're thick and dense and you can't see in them, but you can hear the birds in them. I don't know what they're doing in there, but what else we can talk about? What else we've been doing?
Planting fig trees.
I'm down to planting 2 fig trees. I've got 2 Celeste figs I have not planted. I planted the 2 trees I got from the Amish lady. You know, I had a video about us trading plants. I swapped her 2 of my Olympians and for 2 of her whatever they are. They moved into a house that had a big fig tree and it was loaded with figs last fall. And I started going down there and buying from them. We buy our milk from them. And I found out she grew plants from it. I just decided I'd trade with her, and she's got 2 Olympian figs, hopefully growing good, and I've got 2 whatever them are. They're big figs like Olympian. They're a good tree if I can get them to go. The Olympians really load up good. But I bought Celeste figs and grazed them. I bought them around Christmas, and I finally got them up big enough to put out. Didn't know when I bought them they was, 1.5 to 2 inches tall, barely breaking the ground, but we've got a decent sized plant now. I just got to find a place to put them. I've got 18 fig trees out, along with all the other trees. I got my daddy 2 figs yesterday. I sent them home with him. So no, that was Friday. We took his fig trees to him Friday. Dropped them off. I'm down to 4 that I gave to another friend. He hasn't came by and got them yet, but I get rid of them 4, I'll be done with figs finally. Mulberries are in. Black mulberries are on the tree. This weather's not helping much. By the time we get some ripe ones, it either storms or
Birds eat them.
birds eat them in between all the rain because you can't get out there and get them. Well, we got a bag full. I got a quart bag.
Something like that.
About a quart bag full, maybe.
We've gotten a few We got a few strawberries. Just enough for our grandson to eat them.
Yeah. It ain't
Better
sunny enough
rework
like good strawberries. They're off and on. Every time the sun shines for a day or 2, you get a few. And it rains for a couple of days, and you get rotten strawberries because there's no sun to dry the ground out.
We got to redo our beds on them next year, this summer, or this fall.
The bed we planted next to the house stays too wet. The sun can't get to it good enough to dry it. It'll do better once it gets hot out and there's not as much water. We can water the bed, and we'll get strawberries in the really hot weather because it's not going to be blistered by the heat. Most of the time they kind of die back when it gets about July or August when the heat really hits. We're hoping to balance, have strawberries out of the one when the other is dying back. But right now we're just kind of getting a limited amount. Usually we freeze strawberries, but by this time we're starting to freeze them. But I'm getting this few at a time. What else can we talk about? I've been doing a lot of things. I mean,
I don't know. I'm blank now.
You're blank now.
Yeah.
We're trying putting cardboard in the garden. We put down ground cover, and I put down straw and try to insulate the ground before I put the black ground cover on. We're going to try cardboard this year. We've got a large pile of it on our porch. We're trying to put around trees and bushes. We've got us a load of wood chips dropped off. Finally got a man to drop us off a big load. Thank you.
Hey, we were shoveling wood chips the other day, filling some holes and stuff in the field over there. Brett kind of jumped back. I kind of jumped a little bit because I wasn't sure exactly what he was jumping about. He's like, whew. Like what? And he pointed down. I thought it was a snake. He thought it was a snake. It was a worm. It's like it was that long.
Nightcrawler.
It's the biggest worm I have seen in a while.
I could pick it up in my hand. It'd stretch 4 or 5 inches off each side of it and just strain down. I put it back down, let it go.
That was the biggest. We both jumped thinking it was a snake at first.
It moves so quick.
Oh.
I seen something move right quick. I was in the wood chips. I thought, well, I don't know what it is. I better jump first.
Well, he's like, oh, that's a worm.
But Jesse's yard's loaded with them. Every time you dig over and move something that's been laying on the ground, you'll find big worms.
Big old worm. I told him we need to pick all them up, bring them over to the garden.
Yeah, we need to bring some over this way.
I'm just sitting here
I dig
looking
wood
at
chips again. We might catch us one or two and bring them over here and put them in their garden over at our house. For the ones that don't know, our children live on our property. We take care of about a couple acres here, and we've all got houses on this property. Our son and daughter both lives in the house on our property, technically. So we're all together. Our grandson, there's our daughter and grandson soon to be moving, but they live within a few hundred feet of us, so he could come back and forth, or we could walk over and get him, or ride the side by side, or
he drives his tractor over here.
battery powered tractor. Being in town, we've got fairly flat ground here.
My Joseph coat has lost all its petals.
Yeah.
You reckon he'll put on any more flowers?
I don't know. It looks mighty good. I just thought we'd go across some of the things been going on because we've just made scattered videos. We run through the garden, made a video of the first garden, and made one of the second garden. It wasn't the best of videos, but a lot of times it was raining, or we was fixing to have to go somewhere, or last minute deal trying to get something done. And we've got everything but the pumpkins out. Peanuts are coming up. Sweet potatoes are in the ground. Sorghum's already coming up.
Corn's coming up.
Everything's early.
Beans
Everything's
coming up.
looking good.
Cucumbers.
Cucumbers are already little ones on the vine. So
Yay.
got a little tomato or two and little peppers.
And lettuce. Yay.
Our lettuce is about ready to eat.
Yeah.
I got kale we can eat.
Yeah.
Our white onions contaminated the area where they was growing with when I put the chicken manure down. Apparently it was loaded with seed. Something that looks like wheat.
My goodness, it's the best growing stuff I've ever seen.
You can't fight it. We've lost the onions in it. I mean, you can pull it up and 2 days later it's growing back.
I have never seen anything grow so fast and so thick in my life. I don't know what it is, but my goodness, you can't beat it. You can't pull it, and you can't pull it all up because then you pull the onions up.
I cut it with weed eater the other day. Cut the top side of it.
My Lord.
It was reseeded in a week. It was ready to put out seed again.
I ain't never seen anything like this.
I'm going to have to cover it with plastic when we get what few onions we can find in it out.
I don't know if plastic could kill this
burn
stuff.
it out, I guess. You know, let the sun cook it all summer. I don't know what else to do to it. 'Cause I don't want to spray it.
It is. Wow.
You don't put weed killer on where you're growing your food. So
I
that's
went
one
out
thing I'm
there.
gonna do is weed eat it down and cover it with plastic and weight it down and let the sun bake it for a couple months. Maybe it'll kill it off.
Went out there, me and him together, broke it all out, ripped it all out where you could see the onions. 3 days later, you couldn't even tell we touched it. I have never in my life seen anything like. We need the rest of the yard done in that whatever that is.
We
I
couldn't
I
keep
ain't never
grass
had grass. I ain't never had grass grow that good,
You can
and
bale
it's
it.
thick.
If you done the whole yard, we'd have to bale it. 'Cause
Oh,
it makes a wonderful straw. Wheat
it's the
straw.
thickest stuff I've ever seen.
It looks like wheat, but it was in the high protein mix we bought for the chickens. That's the only thing I can come up with. But I didn't feed them anything other than corn and the high protein mix.
And we laid plastic on that spot last year to kill it all off.
I kept it covered in plastic for 4 months last year. I'd till it, cover it back with plastic. Take it up next month, till it, cover it with plastic. And as soon as cold weather hit and it started being rainy and cold, that stuff started growing. It's growed all winter long. It's just the prettiest green you ever seen.
I've never seen anything like it.
But the red onions did all right. We're going to have several of them. Oh well. We got onions still in the freezer from last year. We always cut ours and freeze them. We bought
Valdez.
a couple, bought 20 pounds of Vidalia onions put up. We do that normally every year from the Masons and the Shriners.
They sell it.
I think we've talked long enough. The sky's nice and blue outside like it's going to rain.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to get here early. It might
Yep.
not wait till daylight. But anyway, that's what's been going on. Dancing between the raindrops, trying to get everything planted and trying to mow grass and do our normal thing in between.